Coming up on today's Code Bet Daily, it is a third Ashes test spectacular. That's right, it's all cricket. We've got player props, game picks, best bets. Alex swings in for a Rate My Multi. What's your favourite pick out of everything, Stats Guy?
Marnus to make the most runs in the match.
Nice one. What's your favourite leg of your multi, Alex?
I think the Joe Root 50 plus.
Yep.
Nice one. And all I do is just yell about Marnus because that's apparently what I do. Either way, it's Code Bet Daily. It's really good. Check it out. Welcome to Code Bet Daily. It is Thursday, July 6th, all day. Happy birthday, America. That's a joke. I enjoy doing that one on NBA Australia too. Either way, this is Code Bet Daily. I am your host, Jaymz Clements. I'm the editor of a very good website. It's called Code Bet. Go check that out at codebet.com.au. I'm joined, as always, by the Stats Guy.
I'm here. Very happy with Greg Barry last night in the tennis. Got us a win.
I'm here. I love that. It's always good. No kidding. And Alex Donnelly over there.
Yeah, I may have just seen the worst take of today on the internet, so having a good time, just getting angry about it.
Cane corns.
No, it is about AFL.
Darrow.
So some West Coast guy's like, oh, so if Tom Barrass goes to Sydney, does pick 6 and Logan McDonald get it done? Yes, the Swans are going to give pick 6 and their number round draft pick from 3 years ago for a 27-year-old defender. You bloody moron.
I love nuffies. Either way, they are the puntiffs. That's right, the pontiffs of punting. And this is Code Washout Daily again at Wimbledon.
I know.
What is going on?
Half of the
Oil
matches
protest
suspended.
daily too, thank you.
Checks out.
Yeah, it wasn't that oil protest.
Right, let's get into it. Code Bet Daily is what it says on the tin. It's code just betting us daily. But today, it's only one code. We're just talking Ashes.
Yep.
That's all it is. Cricket.
Yeah,
That's
nice.
the code. Ashes isn't the code. Cricket is the code. But the third test starts tonight, so we're just going to look at a whole mess of player props, game picks, and best bets. And Alex is swinging in for a Rate My Multi
Ooh, nice.
for this game at Headingley. So I think that's all we're looking at, isn't it? All Ashes all the time.
Yes.
Shall we start then?
Why not?
You ready for a player prop? Let's do a player prop. I mentioned this one yesterday, Stats Guy.
You did?
Marnus. Now, I've dug in a little bit further, insofar as I just went, what did he actually score last time?
Yes. 'Cause we were
74 and 80. Pretty bloody good.
That was in his second and third test as well, because that was when he came in after the
When he actually
concussion thing. And
Actually got named
Yeah.
and away he went. The crazy thing for me is that Marnus, I've got like 3-4 different looks specifically for Marnus as my player prop here.
Okay.
70.5 runs for the game.
Yep.
That's his over-under. For
Oh,
the
for the whole-
game.
the whole
For
match?
the entire game.
Wow.
$1.83.
Seems low.
I love it.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's what it's the first one on my list. I love that a lot because I think he can knock that over in the first innings and away he goes. So I'm going to get to that in a second. Over 30.5 in the first innings. Over.
Yep.
Let's go.
I like it.
50 in the first innings. $2.63.
Okay.
These are sort of shopping around odds as well. Like around
That's a bet 365 price. for sure.
6.3 is Bet365. Yeah. Actually, no, you might be wrong. I think that might be Ladbrokes.
I've got Ladbrokes here. Hold on, have a look.
There you go. Good job. But the Hundy. Let's go, Hunch.
Why not?
He's 265 to score 50 plus.
Oh.
Bet 365.
gone up a
With
little bit.
Ladbrokes, sorry.
There you go.
There you go.
The Hunch, go on the ton, $5.50. We talked about this quickly yesterday, but Marnus has been threatening through the first couple of tests.
Yeah, he's got a couple of 40s.
He loves Headingley. Bowler's wicket, it feels like. Oh, we are going to have some result wickets for the next couple of tests. Like, what do you think the first two were? They got results.
It was awesome. Yeah.
That's just 2, are you idiots? Shush. Anyway, 100 for Marnus. I love this 550. I'm going to be all in, I think, on Marnus for the third test. And I mentioned yesterday as well the doubles for Clements being the top Aussie wicket taker and Marnus being the top batsman.
Yep.
$15. Love that.
That's awesome.
There's also another player prop that I don't mind. I'm obviously steering clear of the Poms because I can't trust them. I keep looking at the Poms player props. I don't know how you feel about this, Stats.
I got
Guy.
a couple, but yeah, just their main players.
Their batsmen
Yeah.
I'm really struggling with, in terms of player props, because just
A
how
couple of batsmen I'm pretty sweet on with
it's
my
basically
multi.
Root and nothing else.
Yeah, and Stokes.
Maybe Stokes,
yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
If he goes off again at Headingley and break my heart. again.
Yeah.
But still, Robinson and the Cummins, the double, as the top wicket takers from both sides, $12. I like that a lot
Yeah.
because I really feel like we obviously are taping this before we have the Australian team.
Well, the Australian team's always like half an hour before.
It's safe
annoyingly.
to say that Pat Cummins.
I've got a
Cummins
feeling
will
that Cummins will probably
definitely
play.
He's the
the Aussie
captain, yeah.
captain, but he and Robinson feel like the most likely just to sort of, at least, especially in that first innings, right? To sort of go out there, knock over a couple of castles and away we go. But that $12, I really like that number. But for Cummins, the top Australian first innings wicket taker, $3.25. which I really like too.
Cool.
Because I feel like you're not going to see, if they name Stark, maybe I'd lean on
I think
Stark.
he'll play.
Yeah, I think he'll play. He was good.
He was
Really good
awesome,
last
I
test.
think, in the
6
second
wickets.
test. I don't, if it's Nisa or Boland,
I think Hazelwood will come out. The short back up on his broken body probably doesn't suit.
not great.
Yeah.
I'd pick Nisa. Why not pick the dude that's been taking wickets
Exactly.
all summer in
In
England?
England. Yeah, you're right.
Whereas
Listen,
Boland got belted.
Yes.
The thing with this in this test, I feel like Cummins is like even over. I think Nisa. I feel like in the second innings, I'd be absolutely all over. So if Nisa is named, I think match wickets rather than first innings wickets is where I'd land with Nisa.
Yep.
Top first innings wicket taker across both teams is $4.75 for Cummins as well, and over 5.5 wickets for the match, $2.20. That's all he does.
Yeah.
Just goes over 5.
He's going to
every
bowl
time.
the most overs.
He's going to absolutely crush that.
So.
I love me a bit of Cummins in this one. This is just Captain Courageous vibes, isn't it?
Something
Just
like that, yeah.
always been,
Captain's wicket.
battered around all week in the pommy press, and he just comes
Handling
there and
it
goes,
really well.
I don't care. I just don't
He's
care.
handling it so well.
It's like,
I mean,
this
it's a
is
good way to
bad?
go. It's a good way to go about life. Like, I just don't care.
Yeah,
don't care.
He stared down the Australian media, 2 generations of Australian champions as well, hating him,
2003 starting 11.
all hating him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's just like, you know what?
I don't
care.
Oh, Ben Stokes is having wins. Oh no, what are we going to do? Oh, Johnny Bairstow has got problems with rules of the game. What am I going to do? I'm not going to cry in
A
my Weet-Bix.
40-year-old Stuart Broad doesn't like me. Boo,
Yeah,
boo.
It's like, settle
He does
down
not
there,
care.
Karate Kid. All right, Daniel San, go out and take some wickets.
San.
All right, Stats Guy, what do you play props?
Some more player props. Mitchell Stark. I think he was awesome last test. He had got 3 wickets in both innings. I was a bit cautious and hesitant that. Sorry, I'll word that again. I was surprised that he got picked, but he absolutely deserved it after that
You're
performance.
surprised that Mitchell Stark got picked.
Yeah, last test because he was out of form. He hadn't looked good the last year or so. I just don't rate him as much as some of the others, but he was really good last test. And he just took over Mitchell Johnson for the most left arm wickets
And
in
this guy
history.
doesn't rate him. That's fine.
No,
That checks out.
I don't rate him as highly
I was
as
about
some
to
of the
say,
others
if
in
you
England.
actually
In
look
England.
at the statistics of Mitchell Stark, at the start of a test series, he's awesome.
Yeah.
But when he gets
Well,
tired,
he didn't get picked
in
to the first
4,
test,
it's
so I'm
just
not the
like,
only one thinking.
Oh yeah, no, you need to lie down, buddy. Like he's good to come in like this. 2
Yeah.
tests. All right, we'll rest him for the 4th, play him in the 5th.
Yeah.
Anyway, I really liked him. He's got the Yorker. He's got the bit of extra pace than some of the other Aussie bowlers. He got over 3 wickets in both innings last test. So I'm looking at the over 2.5 wickets in the first
Got a
innings for this one.
jawline that can cut ice as well.
He does. So
Really
$1.91 for that over 2.5 wickets on Ladbrokes, a really good bet. And then we're talking about the English runs. We're not sure where it's going to come from, but Ben Stokes. He loves playing at Headingley. He absolutely shattered us Aussie fans last time we were there. 135, including 11 fours and 8 sixes, which was the match-winning
I
innings.
was in Italy at the time and I couldn't find
I
it
was
on a
over
TV
there
screen.
with English
I was
people.
still
It was
angry.
horrible.
Well, still
I was in
angry.
Italy and I found a sports bar and I'm like, oh, thank God. And I'm like, oh no.
Why am I watching this?
Yeah, I literally walked
I think
in.
it might be your fault. you may
He
have
was in
jinxed it.
England. I was in Italy.
I was
I blame
walking
both of you.
I was
There we
walking
go.
into bowl as people on the field were watching it, and then everyone jumped on me
That's
as I
awesome.
walked into bowl, and we stopped the match for like 20 minutes. So that was
And Stats
nice.
Guy's
That was
sporting
horrible.
career ended at that
Yeah,
moment.
I was shattered.
Where I got a free limoncello from some dude at a bar in Italy.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Very nice. Anyway, he can't be stopped when he's in the zone. Stokes got
I
155
like this. It's
last
like
test.
the relationship awakening of Alex Donnelly.
Yeah.
In Italy, just
Why
hanging out, just meeting nice
And then I
Italian
watched a
men.
3-all draw between Roma and whoever the hell they played that night, and there was flares thrown on the ground. There was a near right. It was awesome. I'm like, oh, this is cool.
Anyway, finish your Stokes point. Go.
Yeah, Stokes, 50 plus, I'm just going to go for. He averages 53 at Headingley. He's fired up from the controversy of last test. $2.75, I think is a really good bet.
And he's not going to be fired up because he's a captain that's down 2-0 in the
No,
Ashes.
but I think he's going to be even more fired up. And when he's fired up and in the zone, you can't stop Ben Stokes.
Imagine a guy with red hair getting angry. Wouldn't hear about it.
Yeah, that's my favourite one for
I
England.
don't like this blatant,
Oh, yeah, we got-
racism. Anyway, match/game picks. Game picks. Let's do it. Total match runs. I went under this one last test.
Unders hit.
And it hit. Under at Headingley, interestingly enough. So the number for this one is 1,122.5 runs.
Maths.
You're doing your math?
Nah, I can't bother.
Just think about it as like, it's less than 300.
It's like 280 in each.
Two-
inning.
yeah,
So,
okay.
It's like less than 300 across all
Definitely
four.
doable.
Yeah, it's
280
560,
across.
560 is 1120.
The tricky thing is if you dig
Boom.
into the
Math.
Headingley stats, what does Headingley usually give us? One absolute chaos innings
Yeah.
where someone just gets bowled out for 64.
Didn't
102.
the Poms get bowled out for like 70?
Yeah, and then they ended
did.
up winning. Yeah.
So India got rolled for 78 in the first test.
Yeah.
First innings, 2 tests ago there.
Yep.
The Poms have been rolled over obviously for 60 odd, and then won that
But
game.
yeah, that
'cause
was
the
nuts.
19 game.
Yeah.
So 3 of the
Let's
last
just
4
hope we don't butcher our reviews this time.
Hope so.
True.
3 of the last 4 have gone under, but also 5 of the last 7 have hit under.
Okay.
There's like games against Sri Lanka, games against Pakistan. So it's like, but the West Indies actually won that. I don't know if you remember this. Actually won in Headingley quite famously about 4 or 5 years ago.
It was
no,
same
3 years
year.
ago, 4 years ago.
I think it was in 2019 as
Yeah,
well, because when
19.
I was over there, they were playing as well. Yeah.
So chaos vibes, and it's pretty interesting though that the Poms have won 4 straight. So I think the under is probably the play.
Yep.
The runs at the fall of the first wicket for both teams under 28. I like that as well. $2.10. That's just basically your opening partnership odds, but this is across both teams. So for $2.10, I actually kind of don't mind that.
Yeah.
And then I think if you look at I mentioned this on yesterday's show, the $11 to win by an innings for either side. As I've already sort of laid out, what happens at Headingley?
Yeah, there's a few.
One chaos innings.
One-sided innings, yeah.
And the thing is, I feel like I look at the balance of this English team and it worries me because they look good. It's a much more balanced team,
Wood back
than
in
the last
is
one.
a
Wood
much-
back in
much
makes
better
it
bowler, yeah.
It feels like, they could run through Australia just as easily. Australia could run through England.
Yep.
So I actually really don't mind. Just a cheeky look at that win by an innings of either side. England have won 2 of their last 4 there by an innings plus, and that was pretty cool because, I mean, it was India again in that weird one where they scored 78, but also against Pakistan. This is the thing. I mean, we bowled them out for 102 at that in that 19 game. If we had have just not absolutely bottled it,
Yeah, we should have won.
these
Yeah.
are
That
things
was
you
like,
should win.
we need
We
to
dropped catches,
reiterate
which
how
we never
big
did.
of a bottling that was. There
Yeah,
was the
that-
screwed up run
Jack
out.
Leach was in for 2 hours.
But then it was 3 the
hours.
screwing up of reviews. With a minute later, it was like that was crap. We wasted out. Marnus. Feel like
this
it's
is
his
it.
fault anytime we
Like
race
Australia
a
made
review.
445 after that 102 and lost the match, which is just incredible.
great.
So
Yeah.
I don't mind just that look at the idea of like winning by an innings. For $11, I'm all over.
Fair enough. Yeah, good value there.
Stats guy, game pick.
Good look at some most wickets and most runs for the match. Looking at Stuart Broad, he's got the second most Test wickets of all time for England, obviously behind Jimmy Anderson, the legend of English cricket.
Who's being arrested?
Who's being rested?
Because he's older than Methuselah.
Yeah, I still thought he would go all right last Test, but he looks a bit tired and almost done. I reckon.
He was more cooked than me.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
Well, you might be
geez.
playing the next Test.
I might actually get a bit of a
bit
tap
of a
on the
bowl.
shoulder.
Yeah.
The consummate all-rounder, wicket-keeping bowling batsman.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. He's
I
leading
might
the
do better than Johnny Bairstow, I'm just saying.
Yeah, maybe.
You'll stay in your crease at least.
I will.
Yeah, don't move out of your crease, Johnny. Yeah, he's got the 11 wickets in this series so far, which leads all the bowlers. I just really think he's going to step up, especially Ollie Robinson. He hasn't been as dangerous. I know he's the second most wickets. Anderson out. Stuart Broad has to step up. He's still got the pace, can swing the ball both ways. So I think
Mark Wood.
I haven't looked at that. He'll be around a similar price. But yeah,
Okay.
Broad's the favourite for England's most wickets in the first innings, $3.50. I think it's really good value. Before the match, $6.50. He's got most wickets last match, and also the Aussies like to share the wickets, so I don't think an Aussie is going to get the most wickets in the match.
For the match.
Yeah, so that's
Okay.
$6.50 for Stuart Broad. Yeah, he's just more of their main bowler. And then for the most runs, I'm looking at Marnus. I think we've talked about him a lot, but he had 70 plus both innings last time he was there. He's threatened with a couple of 40s, itching for a big score. He just loves scoring big, and I think he's going to be a bit more controlled and try and stay in as long as possible. Just build a big innings. He's just got an ability to hit all around the ground. I think he can tear through Robinson and even Moeen Ali, who's back in, which I was really surprised about. So first innings for Australia, Marnus is $6 for the most Aussie runs in the first innings. Then the match is $8.50. I think that's really
For
good value,
Marnus.
which is the most value you probably had of him for a couple of years. I think he's usually
point.
around that $6. So yeah, get on Marnus as well.
That's great.
Why not?
I like that a lot. Because when we get to best bets, which is now, best bets, I actually had Marnus as well. Top Aussie first innings run score is still 450,
Oh,
which I really like too. In terms of the match, it's probably not a bad look for 850.
you can get him
Love
at
that.
$6 on
Even better.
I think it was on Best for 6.5 for
Sweet.
Marnus first innings. Yeah.
Sweet. Uzi's a good look as well. I think if he gets in,
Yep.
stays in. Obviously, he's done it. I think, 2 out of the 3 tests were played in England already. 450 there. Warner. Can we go back to the well?
I'm avoiding
He's actually
this.
been all right.
He's been good.
He's been all right. He's
I'm
got his
avoiding it
confidence
at
back.
all.
How do you feel about it? Over, under, 23.5.
I'm going over. I
Over.
think he's going to get around that 30 mark again, but he's actually been getting us off to a decent start.
Nice one. I think I'll go the under. Travis Head, 50 plus first innings runs, $3. Yes, mate. Trav Ball.
He is travel. He's just absolutely smashed.
Travis
it.
Head, 50 plus first innings, lock. I love that. $3, I'm all over it. The over-under for him is 27.5 as well, so I don't mind the over at least for that. And then probably my favourite, though, Cam Green. God bless he's
probably not playing, so don't even waste
This is
your
it.
time.
I mean, if he does get named.
You don't reckon he's playing?
Mitch Marsh. Like, it's literally come out overnight that Marsh is probably going to play.
That's
So Cam
because
Green-
he's
sore.
That's a bit. Oh, okay.
This is it. And you want to treat Cam
I was about
Green
to say,
with kid gloves.
young dude, don't want to have many stress fractures given the fact his load has been immense for the
Big
last
man.
18 months.
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly. So
one
kid
test
gloves,
off, it's fine.
Exactly. Rest him in the middle of it. You're up 2-zip. If he does play, the under 1.5 is like packer up, boys. $1.50. You got one in the last 3 innings of their of these games.
He got a stumping, so...
And
Oh, yeah.
He bowls 90 miles an hour and he has a stumping off his bowling.
I think he had none.
Cool.
Yeah, so he's gone for 1 in 3 of the 4 innings so far, and he had 2 in the first inning against India, and that's it, literally it so far for this tour. So Cam Green, I'd stick with unders for his bowling. What about you, Stats Guy? Best bets?
Yeah, just looking at Australia head-to-head. I talked about this the other day. We're still $2.20. I think that's great value. We're up 2-0, obviously. Look a lot more settled than England, who are just complaining to the media. Jimmy Anderson's in writing articles every day in the Telegraph, which I'm still surprised about. Just concentrate on the cricket, Jimmy.
Everybody.
Stop.
I am sad because I think they were within the rules, and it made me very sad.
But it's
much.
that, hi guys, I'm not mad. Please make sure you tell everybody that I'm not mad.
Don't put it in the paper that I was mad.
I was
Jimmy, you
definitely-
put it in the paper
you-
yourself.
I'm
that you're
definitely
mad,
not
idiot.
mad about this.
Still can't believe he does that. I was also surprised
He gets
England.
paid, Stats Guy.
He does. He gets paid nothing.
They do these ones, and he goes, okay.
Okay, I'll write that. I was really surprised they dropped Josh Tongue. I thought he was their best bowler last game, so I think that helps the Aussies. They got Mo and Ali back, who I don't trust at all. He looked horrible in the first test. Doesn't look match fit at all. I don't know. He might get another injury.
Is
Who
it because
knows?
he's been retired for 2 years?
for retired for 2 years. So
His fingers can't handle
I thought after the first test,
can't
they-
handle the seam.
Yeah, exactly. So I was surprised by that. Aussie's batting death, as James mentioned, with Uzi. Smith's also in form. You got Stark and Warner both getting their confidence back. So I just got to go the Aussies again. 3-0.
I also like having Stark in the side for the extra little bit of batting.
Yes.
Also helping out Todd Murphy's offies.
And Todd Murphy, he's a fine replacement for Nathan Lyon.
Yeah, you've talked about Todd before.
Actually, in the paper, he's got 14 wickets in 4 matches. Obviously, it was in India. But
Got Virat Kohli
England
right
haven't
in his
faced him-
pocket.
England haven't faced him before. That could help him. in the
So
first game.
$2.60 for England to win, 220, 225.
I don't mind
or
the
thereabouts.
Poms. I don't mind the Poms to win personally. Just
Yeah.
their record. We've lost 3 of our last 4 at Headingley.
Yeah, I
We
think
still
this
haven't
is-
talked about that.
We
Yeah, I
should have
think-
won that last time.
Shoulda, coulda, didn't.
I know, but
Score-
we very
Stats guy?
rarely bottle it.
Scoreboard.
It was
So I think that's kind of like where I was getting to with my best bets. I feel like they win.
This is the one they win. And then we smash them in the 4th.
Australia puts up a bit of a fight, but we just sort of fall short, and they just like, it's like the classic sort of Test series win. Like the weirdest part for me, and I think I've actually forgot to mention this. There's only been 1 drawn test at Headingley in the last 10, and only 2 in the last 23 tests they've played.
Yeah,
there.
so
Okay.
lay
Just
the
chaos.
hell
Don't
out
go
of
on
the
the
draw.
draw. Yeah.
So just don't go to the draw.
Also the way that
Other side.
both teams are playing, let's be honest, apart from all this controversy, the cricket's actually been...
it's awesome.
Fantastic.
No, the games have been awesome, but the actual skill execution
Like
has
bounces
been
and things.
average.
Yeah, true.
Like, honestly, some of the cricketing skill from legitimate gun international players has been horrendous.
True, but it's exciting.
Oh, it makes it exciting, but it's been terrible.
The sheer variability of Headingley and that pitch, I think this might be the one where it gets a little bit a bit wonky on Australia, and I think England win.
Yeah.
So the $2.60
That's
for
what
them,
I'm
I don't
saying.
mind that. Right, I think Alex is here for Rate My Emoji.
I can't wait till Gerald has the button.
Yeah.
It's going to be awesome.
It's a great
Anyway,
tune.
all right, so I got 6 legs here. Route 50 plus.
Only 6, jeez.
Yeah.
That's timid.
I'm a little bit disappointed.
Yeah, don't worry. I was going to go real.
So how do you get every single player into this multi? We're going
Well, no,
20
'cause
I
you
think
can't-
he's done that in
But I
footy
can't have unders. Like you wanted to have this person to get less than 20 runs. I can't do that. Like Harry Brook, I'd take unders all day. Anyway, Route 50 plus with an average of 45.86 at the ground. I think he's going to step away a little bit from the Baz ball, like from the stupidness that he has been playing. Like he got in, and the way he got out in the second innings
they
last
keep
test was
doing
just
that.
like, what are you doing? You're way better than this.
Yeah.
You're an idiot. So I think he'll fix that up and be like, okay, we're back on here. Ben Duckett, he averages 53 this series, so we're just going
He's been
30,
good, yeah.
30 plus for him. Stokes 30 plus, obviously average of 52.2 at Headingley, comes off obviously an amazing ton last game. Marnus 30 plus, reasons outlined before by everyone else. Steve Smith 30 plus, great touch, average of 43 at Headingley himself. And Pat Cummins 2 wickets. I think he needs to lead from the front.
Also Smith's 100th test.
Yes.
Yeah, we've got to talk about
Which
that.
is crazy.
Yeah, which is
Yeah.
pretty cool, yeah.
I think his first test was at Headingley 2.
No, it was Lords.
Lords, yeah,
okay.
yeah.
When he was a chubby leg spinner batting at 8.
Yep.
and now he averages 60.
Yep, that's not bad.
Right? And Clements 2 wickets, as I said, needs to lead from the front here. You know, take some early wickets. Got 4 wickets at Headingley last time we played there. So, yeah, I mind that. Gentlemen, $28.91. Rate it.
So Root 50 plus.
Yep.
That's probably my one that I'm like, all right.
Duckett, Stokes 30.
Stokes,
Yep.
Stokes 30, sure.
Honestly, I like it. I'll give it at least an 8.5 maybe.
I'd give it a 7. I'd give it a 7. I'm a little bit worried about the Root, Duckett, Stokes.
Because
This is the thing. Like, if we absolutely tear through the English team,
be a couple
or
of
England
low
tear
scores,
through
yeah.
us, it'd be Marnus or Smith. Like, one of those 5 batting totals would probably hit under.
Bazball does help the 30 plus for them because they can just make it really quickly.
Oh,
So like,
if
if Duckett gets out, I reckon he could.
Joe
quick
Root,
35.
if you want Joe Root 30 plus, it takes it down to $20.10.
I like that a bit more. 30 plus for Root. But I guess though, if he gets in, he stays in, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Interesting. And you can get the over-unders on batting on Ladbrokes.
Yeah, but this was the players multi that you could do with Ladbrokes.
No, I like it.
Yeah.
Have a specific one. I'll give the $20 version.
Yep.
Probably an 8, and I'll give the $28 version and probably a 7.
I'm taking the risk on the 7 then.
I like it.
Along with my 19-leg multi for Sydney Richmond tonight.
19. That's almost a whole team.
That's literally the entire team.
In fairness, like I got like players doubling up on goals and possessions.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Nice one. There you go. That's it. Co-Bet Daily, 3rd Ashes test, locked and loaded. Cannot wait for tonight. An absolute smorgasbord of sport. You can watch Cronulla smash the West Tigers.
No.
We've got Richmond, Sydney at the G, just over the horizon there. Yep. Not even the horizon. It's literally, that's 2 kicks of the footy.
Got a big kick.
Should be awesome. And then you got the Ashes 3rd test kicking off. We'll see what actual team gets named. What are your predictions? Nisa comes in for Hazelwood?
I think
Boland?
I think Boland, yeah.
I want Nisa to come in,
Nisa.
but it sounds like, that's going to happen. And then obviously Murphy's in for
Murphy.
For
I'm
Gary,
keen to watch Murphy. The Wizards.
And Marsh in for Green, which
Interesting.
Yeah. Marsh just feels weird.
Surely not Marsh, yeah.
Like I was about to say we are due for a Marsh to play test. It has been, 2 years?
Yeah.
Right. Get around the show. Subscribe, like, and star it, would ya? And check us a follow across all the socials. What is it? Facey, IG, Twitter, TikTok, Threads.
Yeah, we're on Threads now.
Twitch. Make sure you're on the Twitch channel as well, because that way you'll be able to see the AFL 23 Battle Royale in a couple of weeks.
We've seen Marcus for the first time in about 10 days today. He looks ready.
He's had holidays, it's all right. Send in any questions via the socials, any bets you want us to rate. We can rate your multi. That's what we'll do.
That'd be cool, yeah.
Send in a multi, we'll rate it. Thanks, Stats Guy.
Thank you.
Thank you, Alex.
Yeah, cheers.
Thanks, as always, to Gerald for producing. He does a great job over there. And thanks to me for wearing my Charlotte Hornets hat today and not dissolving into the background. Good job. What do we say, Stats Guy?
Gamble responsibly.
All right, may all your picks come in. Happy punting. Go the Aussies. And we'll catch you tomorrow. Go Bet Daily. Out.
What are you really gambling with? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.